to be able to create a flyer, a social media flyer, you should first create the plain document. All right, so this is done by first going to create new. So you click on create new, or you can go to file and go to new. And because it is a social media flyer, you have to create the 2000 by 2000 pixels dimensions, and then you leave the resolution at 300, and then the color mode should be RGB, and then you can click create. Now for step 1, you have to create the background. So this is done by first make sure your layers panel is available. So you first have to go to the adjustment layer icon, and then you click on solid color. Now we need a blue background, a very somehow deep blue background. So you first click this hue section, and then you click around this area. I think this is good, and then you click OK. Now the next step, okay, so this is the flyer we are creating. The next step is to create the add the icons of coaster or meat. All right, so we are going to add it shortly. So this is the PNG file of the icons, so I'll just drop it, or I'll place it on the document, and then I'll enlarge it. After enlarging it, you commit it at the top, and then you can see this side is faded and this side is appears. Therefore you just have to go to the adjustment or the layer mask. You click on layer mask, click on it. When you click on the layer mask, this layer mask will appear in the layers, and now you go and activate the brush tool. This is the brush tool. You click on it, and then you increase the brush size. Increase the brush size to about to about 1100, and then you fade, you can zoom out a little, and then you fade the top. You just have to brush the top like this, or you can further increase the brush size, and then you brush the top. I think that is all, and then you decrease the opacity of the layer. Just decrease the opacity. Let me try 5%. Yes, 5% is okay. Now the next step is to add the text. So you just have to activate the text tool, and then you click on your document. The font we'll be using for the welcome to is called compilation grotesque. All right, therefore you just have to change the font to compilation grotesque. This font has already been installed, and then the color we'll be using, this is the color code. This is the color code F3 C701, or you can use yellow. You can also use yellow. All right, So let me just highlight everything, and then I'll type welcome to. Now the text is all caps, capitals. So I'll highlight it. Then I'll move to the character panel, and then I'll click on this all caps icon. Just click on it, and then it will make the text appear in all caps. So welcome to. Let me make it larger a little. I think this is okay. And then you commit it. I need the text to fall exactly in the middle of the document. Therefore, I'll go to the move tool. I'll press Ctrl A, or I'll go to select and click all, so that the whole document will be selected. And then I'll move on to the control panel, and then I'll click align horizontal centers. Then I would deselect for the selection to go off. All right, and then you remember we used the ruler to create alignment. So if you want to activate the ruler, you can either press Ctrl R, or you go to view and go to rulers. This is a shortcut, Ctrl R, and then you place there. I want all the text to align to the welcome to. So let me zoom in, and then I'll drag another beside the O. This is enough. Now the next to type is Lizzie's. So I can add a new text, the text to, and type Lizzie's, Lizzys. All right, so the font we are going to use is Lie to Me. So I just type Lie to Me. I don't want the Lizzie's to be in all caps, so I'll deactivate the all caps icon, and then the L should be in capital, and the color should be white. So let me align it centered, or let me center align it, and then I'll first commit it. I'll let it be exactly in the middle of the document. So I have to go to the move tool, we move it to the top a little, and then center it. So I'll press Ctrl A to select everything, and then I'll go to align horizontal centers. All right, and then I'll press Ctrl D. The next step is to make the Lizzie's larger to fill the ruler lines that we've created. So what I just did right now. So if you want to enlarge an object on your document, you press Ctrl T, or you just go to edit, and then you click on transform, free transform. Yes, when you click on free transform, you have the transformation mode, that then you can be able to enlarge your object. I'm enlarging it so that the sides will touch the line. Shouldn't be all that accurate, but at least it should be good. Now the next step is to create a cold store on the white background. So I'll zoom in further. I'll go to the rectangle tool, and then I'll create my rectangle. All right, so in case your rectangle is not white, you can just double click the thumbnail and then you change it to white. Yes. Now the next step is for me to type code store. I don't want to re use the text tool. I'll just create a copy of the Lizzie's and then I would use it to type the code store. So I just click on the Lizzie's layer, then I'll press Ctrl J to duplicate it, and then I'll use the move tool to move the Lizzie's below. When I move it below, it will come under the rectangle. Therefore, I have to move the Lizzie's copy above the rectangle, and it can't show because the Lizzie's text is white and the rectangle is also white. Therefore, you have to highlight it, and then you can change the color here, where the fitting color, and change it to the background's color. Then you click OK. So you now type code store. The font to be used is Montserrat. So I'm going to change the font to Montserrat, and then I'll make it all caps, and then I'll reduce the size. I'll increase the weight to about extra bold. Let me further increase the size to 30 points, and then I would commit it. Let me move it up a little. Alright, so to make it align to exactly the middle of the document, you activate the move tool. You make sure you are in the move tool, and then press Ctrl A, and then click align horizontal centers. That is all. When you're done, you make sure you press Ctrl D. Alright, the next step is to add the meat and fish pictures. So we have this beef leg, cow leg. It looks, I don't know whether it's a cow leg or a pig's leg. All right, so you just have to add the image. When you drop the image, it will come with a white background because it is a JPEG file. So you commit it, and then to remove this white background, you use the magic eraser tool. This is the magic eraser tool. It is inside the eraser tool, magic eraser tool. The shortcut is E. All of them, their shortcut is E. So you click on magic eraser, and then the image, you can see the cursor. It is showing you that you cannot edit this image. Therefore, you have to rasterize it. It says this smart object must be rasterized before proceeding. Edit content will no longer be available. So it is asking you to rasterize the smart object. You click on OK, and then just click on the white. It will just take it off, and then you reduce the size. You press Ctrl T, Ctrl T, and then just reduce the size, and then you rotate it. You can drop it somewhere here. So it's like with the two fish picture and the red meat. Okay, so I think the fish picture, um it's a downloads. Yes, so you drop the first one. So the fish's picture are PNG files without background, so you can download them from the website I gave you the last time. And then the final one is to add the red meat. You just have to reduce the size. The red meat is below all of them. So that is all. Thank you very much.